Hey guys, I know a lot of you have been wondering, and especially a lot of you have been asking me, where is Dalia? And I don't have an exact answer, but I do have a couple things I need to go over. I'm going to split this video into three parts. One is going to be some leaks, so some banners that I expect to be before Dalia, or that could be before Dalia. It's not 100% confirmed, since Moondawn can change anything at any time, as was seen with the Dalia not being around right now. Then I'm going to talk about why she's delayed, and then I'm going to kind of talk about when we should expect her. So, first off, you can see that we have Ajax this weekend. I leaked this a little while ago, not too long ago, but a little while ago, and it is earlier than expected. But we do have this banner. I will have a should you summon out pretty soon. So my should you summons are always backed by future content as well. So definitely stay tuned for that because we're going to talk not just about this banner, but banners in the future too. But as you can see, no Dalia. And a while back, I said that Dalia would be around the 24th, which is when she was supposed to be here last weekend. But that's not the case. And it's a little rough. So we just gotta expect that she will be a little bit later because the devs probably changed her. But first off, before I get into why I think they delayed her a little bit, I'm gonna talk about what is next. So something that we can expect next week, right after this one, is probably a Kai Vierna banner or a Vierna and like I think someone said Valeria banner. It's not 100% guaranteed, as I said, but what Rokanchi thinks is it will be a Kai, Vierna, Aatrox, Laurel, and Baron banner. So if you don't have Laurel, definitely a must pull. If you don't have Vierna but you have Silas, pretty worth it. But once again, Dalia will be fairly soon. So stay tuned for that, and definitely make sure not to overspend if you want to go for her instead, because she's guaranteed. Vierna is not. And also Kai might be the worst legendary in the game. He's a contender, that's for sure. As you can see over here, um, Kai is garbage. Kai is an AoE marksman. I can't even use him in Pelagius Codex because he's so unbelievably garbage that he's essentially useless there too. He's worse than Maul in every way, shape, and form. He's not good. While Vierna is incredibly strong, as you can see over here, Vierna is like a top 3 AoE mage right now, as of now. She will probably be bumped slightly down, except for Grade 4, where she is still a top 2 mage for that. But she's mostly there to boost Silas. Silas being a debatable best character in the game, at least one of them. He's very strong, and Vierna Bond makes him twice as strong in his ult. So Vierna definitely worth pulling for, but that's kind of besides the point. Now, let me just quickly go over what we think will be around the Dahlia event. So some leaks there, just that I kind of forgot to talk about in my last banner video. We have in the Witch's Call event, which Rokanshi about a week ago said next week for, but it didn't really happen, so it looks like they're delaying her even more. It's going to be called the Witch's Call event, and it'll begin with a limited summon for Dalia, and then we do actually know the banner alongside her. So it's going to be Dalia, and then the 15x is going to be Magda, Constance, Imani, Damon, and Vortex. So Imani, Damon, and Vortex, who cares? If you don't have Vortex, he's pretty good, but that can be kind of pushed to the side. But the banner ups on that are Magda and Constance, which is kind of crazy because Magda quite strong. She's probably one of the best Forerunner heroes we don't have on global yet. We are getting Helga soon, who is another one. Magda is kind of similar to Zillitu. She was kind of called Zillitu's sister. I don't know if that's actually lore accurate or if that's just what people relate her to. But she's pretty strong. She's an AoE, Zillitu like range fighter. Does magic damage. Very solid. And then Constance is very good and also really rare. So a lot of people don't have Constance. And then we're getting also an Ancient Summon banner. I'm not sure what the Ancient Summon will be. Maybe it's just a normal one. Who knows? And then we're getting what Rokanchi calls Demon Gauntlets. Not 100% sure what that is. And then we have Tia's new story. So this is either... I think this is probably something related to the event. I'm not 100% sure. I should probably check with him, but I'm tired and I gotta stream soon, so I don't have the time. And then we're getting the new daily boss Thanatos, which I talked about before. Is the big dragon that will be a boss fight. And then all summons will be duplicated, so the same on Global and Forerunner. And there are some kind of, illustrations on, but whatever the heck. But just keep in mind that anything can change at any time. There's also some, and yeah, so we got that all coming soon. So it will be a pretty big event, obviously, but we're not getting it right now, which is kind of surprising. But that brings me to this, which is, why is Dalia delayed? Why is Dalia delayed? She's delayed. Is there a reason? Probably. So it's one of two or three things. One that is probably very unlikely is they fed the leak people the wrong date. So they said the wrong date so that people would be kind of thrown off a little bit, and then they fed us a ton of really good banners, like in the meantime, to get people to pull, like the Nascent summons. And yeah, so that's something. Also, here's the demon gauntlet on the screen. Never mind. That's the demon gauntlet. Sorry, where you get the abomination thing. I don't know what this is, but we'll see in a second. But I think the most likely thing that happened is they saw all the negative feedback for Dalia. They realized, hey, this is supposed to be a big event that matters a lot. And they decided to scrap her kit in a certain way. So they could be reworking her completely, changing her range, or something like that. Or maybe they're delaying her to a point where they're going to add more content that makes her relevant so that people feel more inclined to pull. I don't know. But chances are they saw the negative feedback. They said, oh shoot, no one's going to pull here. No one's going to spend money. We don't want that to happen. So then they said, hey, let's delay it a week or two. Put out some good banners to make people pull so that when Dalia comes out and she's better, people spend more and then they would make more money. That's what I think is going to happen. Rokanchi definitely thinks that it will be in about 2 weeks or so, probably. I think that's fair, but it is still kind of a toss-up because the devs, once again, have full control and can change it at any time. So expect it kind of soon, in about a month. Like, my prediction on the time is going to be less than a month. I think it will be next month. Like, it's almost next month. It'll be a couple days until we're in June, but I think it'll come out June, and then the July will be anniversary. So they're going to kind of be like a month apart, is my guess. Or they might just full on delay her by like a month. I don't even know. They could do anything. But chances are it'll be about 2 weeks, is my guess personally. And that should be when she comes back. But in the meantime, I will have a couple videos going over stuff like, should you summon on these types of banners? I'll just kind of talk about some leaks for anniversary. I have a bunch of those I need to talk about. Stay tuned for those. But just give me time, because they're not really that time sensitive. They're not like banner stuff that you need to save for. I already talked about those. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. Dalia, little disappointed to see her not around for a while, but I mean, it happens. Chances are we're gonna get, once again, Kai Vierna next week, and then probably Dalia Magda the week after, and then all of the events pertaining to that. And the good thing is the events will give you more free summons, so that's pretty hype. And yeah, so stay tuned. I am very excited. I think the event as a whole looks hype as hell, maybe even better than the Valentine's Day one. I just don't think that Dalia's lust level in general, but Dalia is definitely overhated, definitely underrated, and I think her range is not that bad. But if they rework her and make her more quote-unquote normal, I will be a little disappointed because I like these quirky things, but I'm sure a lot of people will be more inclined to pull for her. If you don't have a good AoE mage, I would save. Straight up, I would save for her. But yeah, that's all. That's kind of all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to address this in a video because lots of people keep asking me, and I figure it's easier to lump it into here. And also, I kind of forgot to leak some things, so this is kind of my way of saying, hey, here are some banner leaks without me having have a dedicated video on like 2 banners. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. I gotta go stream now. Catch my streams at any time. I do takeovers. If you want to contact me, the contacts are in the description. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. That's better for me. And Destined, signing out.